Hello viewers, today I'm going to work on my BMW E36 and the thing that I'm going to do is to upgrade my rear axle. By rear axle I mean the whole suspension on the back, because previously I have done this but I have made some mistakes which I want to fix in this video. So I'm in the middle of installation of S54, and if we go along the back, yeah, I have removed the rear differential. And what is the biggest enemy of performance? Rubber and plastic. So as you can see here, I have a rubber bushing, and here I also made the biggest mistake that you can do on your rear axle, to install a rubber bushing on the trailing arm. This was my biggest mistake for sure. If you want to go on a track or drive a little bit more aggressive, you will never want to install a rubber bushing on a trailing arm. If you watch some video with installed GoPro on a trailing arm, you're going to see that while you are cornering, the trailing arm is going left and right all the time, which is going to cause your tire to go toe in and toe out all the time. So this is a dynamic toe, which you don't want. If you want your car to be predictable, you're going to want your suspension to be stiff as possible. So the thing that I'm going to do today is to install a ball joint on this place, and I'm planning to do this for a really long period of time. But because I was not able to find a solution here from Europe, I decided to do my own. The other thing that I want to do is to remove this control arm on the top where originally the spring is sitting, and to install these control arms, because these control arms are going to let me to install my slave bar finally. Because right now I am running without a slave bar, because originally on E36 the slave bar is connected here on this control arm which is holding the spring, but now I don't have it, and that's why I decided to go with these control arms. Yeah, I'm not going to go actually with polyurethane on here. I'm going to install once again a ball joint. I'm still trying to find it through all the parts here. I'm going to try to find it. I want to go with ball joint here because even with polyurethane you're going to have some play. There are different kinds of stiffness on the polyurethane, but I want to be a ball joint here, so I want to be direct. I don't want to have any play on it. This is the other reason that I'm going to remove my trailing arm, and I'm going to install also a ball joint here. Originally, once again, you're going to have a bushing here, a rubber bushing, and I'm going to install once again a ball joint here. I don't want to have any rubber on my rear. I'm running BC Racing. They originally don't have a rubber bushing on their shocks. Yeah, the biggest upgrades is going to be ball joint here, ball joint here. Yeah, right now I'm using a Uniball, but I don't like it because they're really unreliable. Probably later on I'm going to do the same here. Once again I'm going to install a ball joint somehow, but for now I'm going to keep the Uniball here. But I want to remove as much as possible Uniballs from my cars because they are really unreliable. On these suspensions you're going to have a ball joint originally here, which is going to be direct plug and play on this place here, on this mounting point. Yeah, I'm going to install some polyurethane on the differential. Right now on my rear axle I have a polyurethane on my points, and yeah, I already have reinforced my chassis, which is a must if you're planning to run polyurethane on your suspension. I know you can go with some aluminum sleeves, but this is really too much for me. And yeah, I already have removed my differential, and I have removed the bushings. So as we can see, the bushings are removed, and this is the polyurethane that I'm going to use. I'm going to use the Black series from PowerFlex on the differential, on the front one, the front bushing, and the rear two ones. Okay, so I managed to find it. So this is the ball joints which I'm going to run instead of the polyurethane. As you can see, the height of the ball joint is a little bit smaller than the polyurethane, which means I'm going to need to add some additional sleeves so to make the height exactly the same. I managed to remove the bushing without even damaging it. Actually, this is a brand new bushing, original one, which I decided to install, which was a really bad idea. Probably the price is exactly the same as the PowerFlex one, which I have installed. This is actually the washer which came with the bushing for the differential. It's a little bit dark, but this is the Black series bushing, and the shim goes like this, and after that is the bolt. There is a sleeve which we need to install, and this is how it looks from behind. So yeah, this is the bushing. And let me show you the differential. Yeah, the differential is a little bit cooler. You gotta love PowerFlex because of their instruction labeling, so it's pretty obvious where everything goes, A bush, B bush, and you can pretty obviously know how to install it. And here the PowerFlex logo is from behind this sleeve, and as you can see we have right now, am I going to be able to show you, but yeah, we have some labeling here, which this is the front sleeve, this is the rear sleeve, so it's pretty obvious how to install it. It's pretty easy. Okay, so we have removed the trailing arm, and now the idea that I'm going to do is to install the same bow joint which is originally installed on the top of the trailing arm on the bottom. So this is the bow joint which is originally installed here, and I'm going to install it right now here on the place of the bushing, because I don't want to have any play here. And as we know, the bushing is the worst case scenario that you can put on your car if you want to have better handling. So the diameter is pretty much the same as on the bushing, so this is plug and play. This is going to be straight up installation, but here on this bushing here it's not so easy. Once again, I'm going to install a bow joint which is a little bit different. Let me show you the difference. So this is the bow joint which is installed here for E36, and if we place them like that, you're going to see that this one is a little bit longer. So I believe this was 56 millimeters, and this bow joint here, so to be able to install it here, should be exactly 50 millimeters, because this bow joint should be able to fit here, and it's pretty snug actually like that. Yeah, right now mine is painted, but if it's not painted it's going to fit a little bit easier, but if I hit it a little bit it's going to fit. And if we try the other one, it's going to be impossible to fit it because the height is much bigger. So yeah, if it's too snug, I'm going to trim a little bit this. Actually, the original height of this bow joint is 48 millimeters, but if you look on the both sides, here and here, we have made a sleeve inside, and this is how we gain additional 2 millimeters, so to be snug inside the trailing arm. This bow joint is made to be installed here. We have made this aluminum sleeve which we're going to install on the place of the bushing, because once again I want to have a bow joint here because I don't want to have any play here. Now I'm going to show you the process of installation of this sleeve on the place of here. Yeah, we're going to remove this bushing, and after that I'm going to show you how to install this. We're going to use some C-clips for this job. I'm not 100% sure is it needed here inside to have a C-clip, but we're going to install also here, so to be sure that this is not going anywhere from the trailing arm. Okay, so we have installed the bow joint here. As I told you, direct fit. The height is exactly the same as the rubber bushing. So yeah, this is a brand new bushing, but yeah, I don't want to have a bushing on my trailing arm. So right now we have the same bow joint here, and now we're going to install this here. But before that, we're going to remove this bushing once again. I have cut it. Let me show you what. On this side we have it. These rubber lips. Here, so to remove it a little bit easier with a sleeve like this. So let's remove it and see how we're going to install after that the rest. So this is the end product. This is the bow joint installed in the aluminum sleeve. Yeah, I managed to install the C-clip, and for sure it's not going anywhere. I'm calling it product because I'm going to sell this. I'm going to post a link in the description below about this, and I'm going to see where I'm going to sell them. If you want to buy them, I believe this is the better bow joint for these trailing arms. It's much more durable. I think it's going to last for a long period of time. So now I'm going to install it in the trailing arm. I'm going to show you how it sits, how to install it. Yeah, this is going to be sold like you see it right now, with installed bow joint, with installed C-clip, and I'm going to provide an additional C-clip, so to be sure that this sleeve is not going anywhere. I'm pretty sure like that's not going anywhere also, but just for safety precautions. I'm just going to put some silicone grease. Oops. We're going to So the last thing that we're going to do is to install the outer C-clip, so to be sure that it's not going anywhere. Like that. So pretty much it's going to look like that, and yeah, for sure this is much performance friendly than the old bushing which is going everywhere, especially with semi-slicks. So I'm going to install the same on the other trailing arm. Okay, so pretty much everything is assembled, the differential, the CV axles, all the control arms. This is the new control arms, the old ones. Everything is tightened up, so pretty much now the rear suspension is stiff as possible. So this is the best mods that you can do if you want your car to have the best handling and performance track wise. And the last thing that I'm going to do to improve the suspension is to install a PowerFlex bushings on the front and the rear slave bar, plus on the links, rear links, which I'm going to destroy. So to be able to install the bushings here, so this is a link, rear link from E36. Because of the design of my rear control arm, I'm going to need to use a E46 link, and as we can see they are different. Here we don't have a sleeve, metal sleeve, and here we have. So the bushings on this link is different on the top and on the bottom. And now I'm going to install all the bushings. I bought once again Black series for all of them. And yeah, on the front I'm going to use the original E36 links. So let me install everything and I'm going to show you how it looks. And after a little bit of struggling, everything is installed. This is the front sway bar bushings, 25mm sway bar. This is the new links. I have used Lamferder sway bar links, and I just have replaced the rubber bushing with the polyurethane one. This is the stock E36 sway bar links, and on the rear was the biggest struggle actually with the sway bar. Once again I'm using 15mm sway bar on the back. It was a real struggle to install the E46 links, but because of this custom control arm it was kind of hard to aim them exactly in the holes up there. As we can see, I have two holes to choose, but this was the more appropriate one. This is how it sits from this angle. So polyurethane on the both ends of the link, the sway bar link on the back, plus here. So all the sway bars and the links are with polyurethane. Pretty much I'm going to end up the video here. This is what I have done with the car. Pretty much I'm not going to do anything more with the suspension. Probably in later state I'm going to go with KW suspension, but for now I'm going to run the BC Racing. It's pretty good in my opinion, but I really want to try with the KW, probably version 3, but it's going to be a little bit in later state. For now I'm going to drive like that. Pretty much I don't have any bushings anymore on the car. Everything is either polyurethane or ball joint. So the car is really stiff and direct, and it feels great on the track. Yeah, on daily use it's not the best car, but in overall I love how this car handles. So okay guys, thank you for watching. I hope that it was interesting for you, and hopefully we're going to see each other in the next video.